Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel, and today we'll go over how to install our custom steering wheel. This particular steering wheel features our carbon fiber on the top with the red stripe, Alcantara on the sides, leather at the bottom. And for this particular case we will be using our newly developed technology with the trim. It's a accents on the edges which can match any color you want. It can match your steering wheel stripe or your vehicle color. And let's go over some tools we'll need today for installation. So some items we'll need in our tool set today are, first of all, it's a 4mm Allen wrench key for dismounting your airbag. Then you will need 24mm socket, 10mm socket, Torx 20, and some plastic trim removal tools. And first, most importantly, before our installation, we have to disconnect the battery because we will be working with airbag, and it's a very important piece of safety in your car. Go ahead and disconnect your negative cable. After you disconnected your battery, now you can proceed to removing your airbag. You need to locate two holes on the sides of your steering wheel. That's where you will use your Allen key to push the pin in order to remove the airbag. Once you locate the holes on both sides of your steering wheel, go ahead and use your Allen key to push a spring to remove the airbag. The spring would be located about 2 inches deep there, so go ahead and use your Allen key. Locate the spring and push on it firmly and pull the airbag towards yourself. That's it. You will see the small gap between airbag and the steering wheel. That means you successfully disengaged one of the sides. Go ahead and repeat the same steps on the other side. Once you popped out your airbag, go ahead, turn it around and disconnect both yellow connectors and the top one if you have so. So to disconnect, you just pull the top connector out. Use your plastic tools to put under the orange part so it pops up. Or you can use your fingers as well. And we'll just pull them out. And that's how you disconnect your airbag. Next, you would need to remove your stock steering wheel. Grab your 24mm socket and unscrew it in the middle. Hold it with one hand and start unscrewing. Keep your bolt. Slowly pull the steering wheel towards you, but don't forget to remove another connector on the top. It's a gray connector which has all your controls. Make sure you keep steering wheel as aligned as it was. Now that we have our steering wheel out of the car, put it side by side with the new one. So once you start disassembling the stock steering wheel, you will see where those components and screws will go into a new one. In order to disassemble the steering wheel, we would use the Torx 20 for all our screws, and we will start from the top going all the way to the bottom. There are 3 screws on the top. We will unscrew them, pull this piece out, and then we'll follow all the screws to the bottom. Let's start by removing the top 3 screws. Careful to catch all your screws. Now we'll proceed to the next screws. Just for yourself, remember that the screws with the wider cap, they are holding both pieces together, so they go in the middle. And we'll start with the left one. Now let's pull those trims out and then we'll disconnect the buttons. You can use your hands or you can use a plastic prying tool for it. So now once we pull this out, we have to disconnect. Same goes on this side. We can put them to the side because we'll use them for later. Next, we will remove those side buttons. To do so, there's a screw on the top and at the bottom here, same goes here, one here, one here. Once you have all the screws out, turn it around and disconnect it as well. There's a small clip on the back. Same goes for the other button, and keep them for later use as well. Now we'll remove the bottom trim, which is held by 2 screws. Use your plastic trim removal tool and it simply pops out. And last step would be removing the paddle shifters. Once you unscrew them, you can pull the entire wiring from the back. Flip your steering wheel and pull this entire plastic towards you. It will have some clips on the sides and at the bottom. I will show you in a second. Carefully pull all the wiring back. Here is how it looks from the back. So clips you are having are here, here, and here. So that's the main part that you have to pull out. And the last piece that you would have to remove from your steering wheel and use it on ours is a weight. You simply pull it out and that's how it is attached to the steering wheel. Next, we would replace the trims for our controls. First, flip it back and unscrew those 3 bolts. At the same time, stay on it, use your new trim, put it in, and screw it back on. This is how it's gonna look, and just repeat the same for the other side. Now we will go in reverse order to reassemble our steering wheel. We will start with the weight. To make it easier installation, use your WD-40, spray on the rubber parts so it will easier to slide in. You might want to use a wider Allen wrench to push it through. Now flip it around and see if it's on. Next would be installing the back plate plastic with the wiring. Just all you have to make sure here everything is aligned perfectly, all the clips, all the wiring, and then reinsert it. Let's keep working in a reverse order. We will now attach our paddle shifters to the sides. Next we'll reinsert our bottom piece. There is a clip, so just carefully place on it and push. You will see it aligns perfectly. Screw it back on. Next, we will install our side buttons. First, you would need to connect it. And then reinstall it to its position. And use the screws to secure them. Repeat the same process for the other side. We will reinsert the right set of buttons. To do so, we will connect it first. And you would want to clip it back where it's supposed to be. Make sure you align all the holes. Push on it a little bit. Once you see all the holes aligned, all the edges are flush, you can start reinserting your screws. Same would be done for the other side. Last piece would be upper carbon fiber piece. So you would place it on the top, make sure it clicks from the both sides, and now you have the 3 screws to finish it. Now that we have assembled our steering wheel, we can go back to the inside of the car and start installing it back. Once you have your steering wheel, go ahead and reinsert it into your car, but few things to keep in mind is first, plug in all your steering wheel controls cable back in and fish the airbag cables through the top hole towards yourself. Once you do that, make sure you align it well and put it back on. You would have a couple of points to go off of. It's your middle point and then 2 yellow pins on the sides. That will make sure you have your steering wheel aligned perfectly. Next, secure your steering wheel with the bolt you unscrewed before using your 24mm socket. That's it. Your steering wheel is back on. Last step would be reinserting your airbag. Don't forget to connect it first. Upper connector, and then most importantly those 2 yellow connectors. They're color coded, so you would go yellow to yellow, black to black. Push the orange pin on the top, flip it, align it. You will see those 2 pins. They are the what holds a spring, so you just align them and push on the airbag. That's it, your airbag is installed.